You just can't seem to follow the rules.
She kept chasing me. That's it. And then she wanted to talk about calling the police and all that. She control thing she's trying to do. That's it.
I don't care what it is. You have got all of these charges.
I understand.
You just need to just stop blaming them.
All right, everyone. Today, we're diving into a very intense court hearing featuring Judge Simpson and a defendant who just can't seem to follow the rules. This individual is back in court for tampering with his tether device and, unbelievably, meeting up with the same woman involved in his prior domestic violence case. Judge Simpson doesn't hold back. He absolutely tears into the defendant for blatantly ignoring court orders. Let's be real. If you're out on bond or probation, messing with your tether is basically asking to go back to jail. But this guy, he's got nothing but excuses. This one's definitely going to be an interesting ride. Let me know what you think about this court hearing in the comments. And now, let's jump in and watch Judge Simpson bring the hammer down.
Pardon? Thank you. Mr. Burgess.
And Your Honor, I believe he's been arraigned. Well, obviously he's been arraigned. The PE is scheduled for tomorrow morning. I believe.
On the one case, I have a new case, however.
I was unaware there were new charges, Judge. But I don't know if this court's prepared to arraign my client.
I am.
Okay.
And I don't know. We're going to stand in for the purposes of the arraignment.
I'll be filing an appearance, Your Honor. I was unaware, but the charge, I would have filed one already.
There's a charge of interfering with electronic communication device, the 2-year felony, and then also domestic violence, second offense, a 1-year misdemeanor.
Yes, Your Honor. As it relates to both those charges, waive any further reading of the warrant. Stand mute to both those charges.
Defendant having waived formal reading, standing mute. Court will enter a not guilty plea. I'll set a probable cause conference in that case for, I need a DV bond form, please. For November 14th, 2024 at 9 a.m. or as your invite indicates. As to bond in that case, you want to say?
Yes, Your Honor. Obviously, Mr. Carter's here on his own voluntarily this morning and this afternoon. And obviously the court knows his history of appearance in front of this court. And Your Honor, he just got a new job. He was, unfortunately, he lost his other job due to this incident, but he just got a new job that he'll probably lose if he's in custody. Judge, it does appear that the complaining witness in both these cases is the same person who has actually reached out to me before, Your Honor's indicated her, I believe, unlikeliness of appearance in the case. I don't think she wants to proceed with the case, but that's my understanding anyway. People might have a different position, Judge, but she's reached out to me independently and indicated that she does not want to proceed with those charges. But be that as may, Your Honor, I don't believe my client's a flight risk, and he is on. What's it? He's still on a tether, Your Honor. He did post a significant bond in the last case. I understand these are new serious charges, Judge, but I'm asking the court to consider a nominal 10% bond, if not a personal bond in this case.
I get that the defense attorney is doing everything he can, but let's be honest, this guy has completely dug his own grave. He didn't just ignore the judge's warnings. He practically walked out of the courtroom, looked the law dead in the face, and said, "Nah, I'm good." He flat out committed violations after being told exactly what not to do. That's like mouthing off to your mom and then breaking something right in front of her. You're just begging for consequences. And now he's standing there looking confused, like he didn't see this coming. Please, Judge Simpson is about to deliver the reality check of a lifetime, and something tells me it's going to hurt. If this guy thought he could stroll back in and talk his way out of it, he's in for a brutal lesson. Judges remember everything. At this point, he might as well start getting comfortable, because chances are he won't be walking out of that courtroom a free man.
Anything from the people?
Your Honor, I have some advantage because I do have the police report for the newest case. Mr. Burgess does not, but I will indicate to the court a few things. First of all, this court arraigned defendant on not his newest felony that was just arraigned out, but the one that's set for preliminary examination tomorrow on October 7th. At that time, the defendant was ordered not to have contact with the victim, Jennifer Matlock. The new date of offense for the newest case that we're here for today that the defendant is alleged to have committed is October the 20th. Later, and I will tell the court after review of the police report, the person representing themselves to be the defendant had contact with the police officer and admitted to having contact with the victim. Denied the assaultive behavior, but did admit to having contact with her. Now, because the police officer was with the defendant face to face, I cannot say with absolute certainty that it was the defendant. However, the police officer did a very good job in the report of detailing how he came into contact with that person, that this person kept called him back or presented themselves to be the defendant, and said that he would turn himself in for the bond violation. I don't have a record that actually happened. So in any case, this is somebody that was on the scope of probation, on bond for a felony, and now has picked up another new felony. So I am asking the court to follow probation's recommendation about the probation and sentence the defendant to serve a balance at this time. And in bond in this case, we're assessing for $100,000 for the new felony.
Court will order as a condition of the bond that there's to be no possession of any alcohol, illegal drugs, or any recreational marijuana. I'm not entirely sure what is going on with you in that regard. I ordered you on the 7th not to have contact with this person. And then, lo and behold, we end up with this case occurring less than 2 weeks later. And tried to give you every benefit, and I understand there are only allegations, but try to give you the darn benefit of the doubt regarding everything because of at least the way that you conducted yourself in regards, particularly regarding being a flight risk. But you just can't seem to follow the rules.
Your Honor, I'm sorry. I don't mean to interrupt.
Go ahead.
I'm sorry, Judge. Judge, the incident on the 20th, based on conversations I've had with my client as well as the complainant in this case, the complainant approached my client, asked for a phone back he had purchased, but it was in her name, which he returned to her. That was the basis of the contact. That's our understanding of it, Judge. So that wouldn't.
Right. But the thing is,
I know.
He needs to be turning around and running in another direction. He shouldn't even be having a conversation, shouldn't be doing anything
I agree
whatsoever. I don't think it's at all unclear as to anything that this court has said to you regarding what you need to do. And you need to just follow the rules. I gave you a break the last time that you came in. Even after that, let you go. You can say whatever you want. I understand.
Oh, this is about to get good. Let me just make sure I've got this straight. This guy has a restraining order against this woman. The last time he was in court, the judge made it crystal clear. Stay away from her. Like, don't even breathe the same air. And now, he got caught meeting up with her again. And somehow thinks he can explain his way out of it. This is about to get real interesting. Because whatever excuse he's about to come up with is guaranteed to be next level ridiculous. There's just no way he's about to make this sound like it's not his fault. But I can't wait to hear him try. At this point, he might as well say he was kidnapped and dropped off there by aliens, because that's the level of wild it's going to take to make this even remotely believable. Judge Simpson is 100% about to roast him for this, and I am so ready. Let me know what you think about his excuse in the comments, because trust me, you're going to want to hang on to your brain cells. This one's going to be insane.
She put up on me. I was in the room playing my game, and she came in the room. And
then you get up and leave.
Tried to leave. She kept chasing me. That's it. And then she went to talking about calling the police and all that. She's chasing me. She's chasing me. She's chasing me. I hopped in my car, and that's when I pulled off.
Well, maybe that's all going to come out, Mr. Carter. Maybe that's all going to come out. I let you out the last time. Should have, of all rights, locked you up on that date. Didn't do it. Gave you the benefit of the doubt because of the time that you came back after you were inadvertently released by the jail. And then what happens? You get that other case set for exam. Then what ends up happening? I get here and you got another case.
control thing she's trying to do. That's it.
I don't care what it is. You have got all of these charges.
I understand. I take
And you're the one under the jurisdiction of the court. So however you got to figure it out, you need to figure it out.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
Defendant's bond on that case would be set in the amount of $100,000 cash surety. On his other matter, anything you want to say before I post sentence on that case?
I want to say, I tried my hardest. I tried my hardest to do right. I tried my hardest to stay away from women that want to see me in jail rather than see me elevate myself. So, I mean, I understand. You understand it. When I get out this situation this time, I'm be by myself. I just know
You know what you ought to do, Mr. Carter, and I don't mean to interrupt you. You have the right to allocate, but I'm just going to tell you something. You ought to quit blaming them. You just need to just stop blaming them and thinking that they're the ones that stop you from going anywhere. Because, young man, that is not the case.
Yes, sir.
You are smart enough. You can do whatever you want to do. You can stay away from whoever you want to stay away from. The problem is, quite frankly, you're just being stupid. You're just playing games. And this is what happens. You end up in jail on $100,000 cash bond, and you're about to go now.
I understand. I'll take full responsibility. I appreciate it.
Anything else you want to tell the court?
Oh, sir.
And Judge, I don't know if it would have any impact on the court one way or the other, but I don't know if the court wants to wait to see the disposition of those cases, or if you're just going to follow the recommendation.
I'm not gonna wait. If there becomes a certain disposition regarding those cases, certainly I'll take that into consideration in modifying his sentence on the case, but I'm not gonna do that at this point in time. I keep giving him breaks, keep doing everything, and he keeps just coming back to this court, disappointing this court, and ending up with more charges, just time and time and time again. And so in that respect, I'm done. I'm gonna revoke the defendant's probation. He is to complete the in-jail on farm program while he's incarcerated. I'm going to waive all remaining terms except the financial obligations on this case, discharge the defendant from probation without improvement. I will sentence the defendant to 365 days in jail, credit 162 days served. Defendant is to serve the balance.
Your Honor, the court ordered the Don Farm program. Probation also requested the DV program. So if you just requested DV, the court want the defendant to perform both or just one or the other?
I should have said in-jail DV program, is what I meant to say. Thank you. Defendant's remanded.
Okay.
And that, ladies and gentlemen, is exactly why you follow the law. Look, I get it. People mess up. We all make bad decisions sometimes and look back later thinking, wow, that was dumb. But this wasn't a simple mistake. This guy went right back out and did the exact same thing after being warned. That's not a slip up. That's a pattern. At this point, it's just who he is. And honestly, he made it pretty clear he doesn't care about the law at all. Jail might be the only thing that actually stops him from ending up in front of a judge again. Now, let's talk about Judge Simpson for a second, because this man does not tolerate nonsense. And I respect that. You could see the frustration on his face, like he's just done with repeat offenders wasting his time. And who can blame him? Judges hear excuses all day, every day. I'm willing to bet they can tell in the first 5 seconds if someone's full of it. In most states, violating a restraining order is a serious criminal offense. And depending on the circumstances, it can lead to real jail time. So when someone stands there pretending they accidentally broke the law, the judge is just thinking, yeah, okay, tell it to your cellmate. And let's be real, Judge Simpson didn't believe a single word of that explanation. And neither did we. I respect him for holding this guy accountable. Anyway, that's going to wrap it up for this one. Let me know what you thought about this wild court hearing in the comments, because this one was something else. If you enjoyed the video, don't forget to like and subscribe for more content like this. I post every single day. I seriously appreciate you all for watching. Take care, and I'll catch you in the next one.